After the first part of the solid triathlon season, where the team and I competed at numerous events, finally a summer holiday, a new way to explore the country. Last year Martin and I went on a bikepacking trip to visit 4 Croatian islands and as much undiscovered nature in the mountain region of Croatia. This time I wanted to change the vehicle type. Lora and I went on a backpacking trip around the island of Brač in Dalmatia, the southern part of Croatia. The idea was simple: follow via Brattia, a hiking trail around an island, as much as you can. Camp wherever you can, and carry and eat your own food as much as possible. The whole trail around the island is 140 km long. Unfortunately, we didn't follow the whole trail, but in the end, Garmin watch said the same distance after the 7-day trip. Our backpacks were full to the top, but we only managed to fit in 3 t-shirts. We kept the backpack weight at around 20% of the body mass, and the only thing that varied during the trip was food and water. We started at the town of Supetar, which is connected to the city of Split with an 1-hour ferry ride. Since we took a night bus to get to the Split, we thought it would be nice to start the first day easy, with the whole day flipping from the back to the belly on the sunny beach, eating at fancy restaurants, and putting a tent in a nice expensive camp with no hot water in the shower. We were the only campers in the expensive resort, which marketed itself like a camp. The next day we started early, following the trail, few nice viewpoints, and we were in the next town called Sutivan, where we did a short break and went straight to the Sutivan Nature Park. After feeding the animals, we were on our way through olive groves and dry walls. After finding the small town of Bobovišća, we thought we might stop here for a swim and lunch. We still had to find a camp where we'll spend the night, so immediately after lunch we went to the town of Milna, where we found an unusual camp. The camp is away from the tourist bustle and you get to experience being woken up by a dog, a cat or a chicken, depending on the day. The next day we explored the area after finding a small shelter bay accessible only by foot or a boat. We figured we want to take a full rest day on the beach. After being woken up by a cat the next day, we had a nice challenge in front of us. 30-kilometer hike with 15 kg of stuff on our back. Before we started the adventure, we had to fill up a water canister, since the area we are trespassing is uninhabited and without a lake or a river. After around 4 hours of walking, we came to the Hermitage Brattia, which is a historical place. The Hermitage was originally established in 1551 and continued existing by successive generations of monks until recently. 3 days after visiting the Hermitage, there was a wildfire nearby that was being put down using helicopters and airplanes. 4 more hours and we were within the range of our next camp, where we'll explore the area. After setting the camp for tonight, we went to sleep almost immediately. This was one of the best sleeps ever. The next day we went to see the Zlatni Rat beach, which is one of the most famous beaches in Croatia. After exploring the town of Bol, we made plans to see the Dragon Cave the next day, which was near the camp. We thought it would be a nice walk in the park to get there, but to get to the Dragon Cave we needed to climb a very steep hill. The area around Dragon Cave is similar to the Brattia Hermitage, but on a smaller scale. The same day we booked a private lesson with a windsurfing coach. We love it. and I think this might be my new summer sport. The trip was coming to the end and we were short on the time. So the next day we got to the town of Postira by bus and continued our journey on the northern side of an island. After visiting Croatia beach and having a nice relaxing afternoon there, we went back to the starting point of the town of Supetar, where we caught the ferry to Split and said a final goodbye to the island of Brač.